If you like, welcome UFC 327 tape study session. This one's going to be new here. We usually do this behind Patreon, but I was having some issues behind our Patreon wall, so came over here to restream. It streams to YouTube, Instagram, and all that stuff. So that's fine. We'll send that out to you guys live. But what we do here Monday nights is that we do some tape study upcoming UFC 327. So it's going to be Yuri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg. I'm going to show some stats. I'm going to break down some fights. We're going to watch tape together. I hope I don't get banned for showing fights, but I don't need to monetize it, all that stuff. So, again, this was just more of a sneak peek into what I do behind the camera where I'm watching tape. We watch tape together. We get people involved and all that stuff. So, yeah, just give me a second here. Just trying to get everything set up. Again, normally we do on Patreon. I have all my settings and stuff a little bit different, but we're going here. All right, never mind. Oh. So yeah, so I'm going to be sharing some stats, sharing some screens. We're going to be watching tape together. We'll break down some fights together. I just want to post it so everybody in our membership has access to it and is able to see that here as well. So just give me a second. While we're waiting here, I'll show you these stats here for the Yuri Prochazka, Carlos Ulberg type fight. Again, we'll be going through this one here. Hold on here. So yeah, we broke this one down already. We can find this full breakdown, well, the partial breakdown on our YouTube channel, fightingstats.com. That's a pretty big fight coming up. Yuri Prochazka, Carlos Ulberg. I have a little bit of a different view than I tend to a lot of people. I see that a majority of people here on Yuri Prochazka, and I get it. It's hard not to like what Yuri Prochazka brings. That forward pressure, that constant coming forward, and just continues to be in your face. But Carlos Ulberg does fight a different type of style, and he's very aggressive with his style, and he likes to stick and move. So I just wanted to highlight some of that here going forward. Just so again, wait 1 second. Trying to do this live off the cusp. Live. Okay, send it out to my boys. Let them know that we're live. All right, so a couple of things here that we're going to be looking for. Yuri Prochazka, his head strike accuracy, 52%, pretty good. Carlos Ulberg, his head strike defense, okay at 39%. I don't think that either guy grapples. It's possible, and I think if it does come, it comes from the Ulberg side. But here just Yuri Prochazka doesn't throw many leg kicks is a big thing for me. Only 4% leg target here, whereas Carlos Ulberg, right, he's at 14% leg kick target, 91% leg kick accuracy, and Yuri Prochazka 50% head strike defense. So a couple of things that really stand out for me is the Yuri Prochazka head strike defense. He's very hittable on the feet, and he doesn't really like leg kicks too much. So we will look into that and see. I'll show you what I'm seeing. The other thing that I wanted to show you was if you go over here to our fighting stats striking tendencies report, you go down to Carlos Ulberg here. You might not be able to see it, but here is the striking tendencies. You can see he throws a jab at 28% of the time, that rear low kick 13% of the time, and that check left hook he loves at 13% of the time. You can see it over here, it's 13, and then 9% is that lead low kick. So a combination of that jab, rear low kick, and that check right hook from Yuri Prochazka, whereas from Ulberg. Whereas on the Prochazka side, it's ones, 1, 2, the rear high kicks, and double jab here. So those are the interesting points here. So let me just start out with the the Ulberg.
Victorville, California, USA. Here is Dominic, the Devastator Reyes. If you want to touch, do it.
All right, so we'll fast forward it here. So you can see here, uncharacteristically, Reyes here takes the back of the stance. He's moving back a lot here. Carlos Ulberg likes to stay outside in kicking range, so he likes this type of distance. So he's the one pressing forward, but you don't see him really crashing the pocket much, right? He wants to shoot his long range weapons. The other thing that's a little bit different is that Reyes is southpaw on this, right? You just saw that outside low kick from Ulberg that he likes to
slide back and hit that check hook. Check hook is
So
where
it
you
is a
come
little bit
off that
different
line, kind
with
of
that
move your
type of
feet to the
stance. You can see
side,
like the
and
lead
then you
foot
just hook.
are,
It's
you know,
not down
Ulberg
the
stepped
center
on his
line.
lead
It's
foot
tricky.
sort of
And
there.
look, you can see how he floats that lead hand. He's
And again,
trying to
Ulberg,
get
Reyes doesn't really
Reyes to come.
engage
That's
much.
why you
This
see
is
him
a lot of like
backstepping.
in and out. There's no real punches landed here. And
Feints.
this fight continues to go on like this. Watch, I'll fast forward it here. So Ulberg doesn't force the fight if the fight doesn't force him, right? He likes to keep his range. He likes to pick his weapons in and out. He's watching for low kicks. He's watching for jabs. Because Reyes isn't really attacking and doing much either, Ulberg isn't really doing much. But it's completely different than Jiri Prochazka. Jiri Prochazka fights orthodox. He's more on the front foot. He's more in your face here. So it's not really a comparison, but I did want to show you just again the fight approach. Here's Ulberg landing a 1-2 or partially landed here. What I do is tend to go back here just because it's important in the Reyes breakdown here as well. You can tell me if Ulberg actually lands 1-2 in the right. You can see that one hit off the guard. Didn't actually land there against Reyes.
Fight comes just over 2 minutes in.
Again, goes inside low kick.
So you just can't off the back.
Jab had an effect on Reyes there.
If you guys can hear the audio.
And I think the issue is Reyes is a forward fighter, and right now he's kind of hesitant.
Yeah, Reyes is very hesitant in this, but I don't know if he's like gun shy here or he doesn't really engage here. So yeah, round one ends up being a really low volume type of fight.
Just like Ulberg is, he's only thrown 8 total strikes.
There's a right straight to the body for Ulberg.
He's just getting out of the way. He's not even able to get anything.
You see as Reyes comes forward, Ulberg moves backwards.
Connect, so Ulberg's finding his range. Every time he touches him, it might not be big, but he's finding his range by touching.
So Reyes is again
Reyes
Ulberg's being patient. Reyes is also being patient, staying on the outside. He's waiting for Reyes to sort of enter the pocket, right? And you can see as Reyes steps forward, Ulberg moves backwards there, right? And he's been looking for that the whole fight, right? He's trying to bleed out the counter. So watch this here on slow motion here. So finally, Reyes decides to go, right? He spent that whole first round not going. Ulberg's been sitting here just backing up, waiting every time Reyes comes forward, right? So you can see him jump back, plant, jab, throw the right hand cross, right? So he's 1-2 as soon as Reyes touches that pocket, then he throws the 1-2. First shot he lands to knock out Reyes. Reyes will go for
Combination! Black Jag in round 1!
So that's pretty important when it comes down to the Dominic Reyes breakdown. I'll share a sort of tidbit there, but that was the very first punch that Ulberg landed, put out Reyes there completely cold. So not much to get out of this fight here from the Ulberg side, but again, it gives you a brief glimpse into how the fight's going to go. And somebody in the chat there said Yuri's going to bring and force the fight. So I tend to agree. And so what I did was I go back and I watched the Ulberg fight, and I try to find somebody who would fight on the front foot, that has a lot of power, that can be very dangerous, right? So let's go over to the Volkan Oezdemir fight. This is Carlos Ulberg, Volkan Oezdemir.
He will also outreach
This was before the Jan Blachowicz
with the
fight.
official introductions. Here's Joe.
Actually, one second here. Before we go over to the Volkan fight, let me show you the Jan Blachowicz. Before Dominic Reyes was Jan Blachowicz. I just want to go in order. Ulberg was the -90 favorite.
Ulberg is 2 inches taller at 6'4", but the
I just wanted to show you what I'm seeing here. So this is a little bit better of a comparison where it's orthodox versus orthodox. Jan Blachowicz is more on the front foot here, right? But this is what Ulberg does, right? He stays on the outside, pops his jab, sticks and moves. He's always moving off. You see here, Jan Blachowicz actually corners him against the fence here. Forces in, comes into this warning track, right?
Very confident.
And as soon as he steps in here, he tried to cut him off because Ulberg was circling here to the right. Jan Blachowicz cuts him off. Ulberg takes the back door and goes out the other way. He doesn't stand in the pocket with Blachowicz. He doesn't try to force that fight. He wants to get back out to space where he can stand here at range, popping these jabs, right? Blachowicz continues to come forward. And what does Ulberg do? He stands at range using his long-range weapons, goes outside low kick. Jan returns the outside low kick. Jan really good outside low kick to improve his mouth. So that's something to watch here. So I'm just going to fast forward it. I just want you to watch the movement the space in between the fighters here, right? Ulberg maintains this range, stays on the outside, pops his jabs, continues to throw high kicks and low kicks. The rear low kick, lead high kick that we saw, right? He's popping jabs and he's popping the lead hook, the lead check hook, right? So you can see this distance is always there. Ulberg is never forcing it. He's continuing to move back. As soon as Blachowicz comes forward, he's circling off back up the outside. He's trying to cut him off, he's circling off again, right? And again, I don't want to watch this like real time because it's very slow and it's a slow pace, but this is an Ulberg type of fight. Pops his low kicks, sticks and moves. Pops his jabs, sticks and moves, right? He doesn't throw multi-punch combos. He's not really forcing the action. He's backing up low kick, backing up jabs, stripping off jabs, stripping off low kicks. He does this for the whole fight. He just doesn't get hit because he doesn't force it. Look, they kicked 8-5 in round 1. I think a majority of the significant strikes have been low. It continues to be this type of pressure, right? So you say, oh yeah, but Jiri's not going to do this either. Jiri's going to force the fight just like Blachowicz did, right? He's going to be on the front foot just like Blachowicz did, right? Well, I get that. He will be. And again, the whole fight is like this. The same range, jabs, low kicks from Ulberg, orthodox versus orthodox. He will continue to do this until he cannot do this. Okay, so he ends up winning a decision here. I don't want to show it to just as a waste of time here. So knowing that, this is the Volkan Oezdemir. This is before the the last fight there against Jan Blachowicz. So
2 inches.
he uses the same sort of style here, but
to catapult himself up the rankings against
Volkan
Volkan
a lot more
Oezdemir, who
aggressive.
wears
He's
the
more
red.
like Jiri being on the front foot here, right? Kind of actually looks like
So I
Jiri.
think it's
You're right.
worth
And Volkan has
pointing
serious
out
power.
the difference
Same
in
sort of thing.
competition
Ulberg
now.
stands here at
Carlos
range.
Ulberg is doing tremendous
Oezdemir
things,
throws an
taking care
outside
of
low
people,
kick.
taking them out, doing it in style, doing
Ulberg
it in
throws
12
front kick,
seconds.
inside low kick.
But Volkan
The
fighting
groin.
Alonso
Back
Menifeld
out,
was
right?
the first ranked opposition.
But same
that
sort of fight
Ulberg
here, right?
faced,
So now
but he
can
did a
Volkan
pretty
cut off
darn
the
good
cage?
job.
Pretty good.
You know, Jan, kind of struggled with it, right? So look at here.
Alonso Menifeld was
Volkan tries
the
to
first ranked opposition
pressure,
that Ulberg faced,
pressure right,
but he
forward.
did
You can see Ulberg circling off to the right,
pretty darn good
circling right. He's trying to like cut him off, not follow him,
job there.
right? As soon as Oezdemir throws, comes forward with a little bit more pressure, Ulberg picks up the pace, circles off, and gets back out to space,
12-second
right? He
knockout.
doesn't engage in that firefight.
Volkan
He's back
Oezdemir,
out to the
perennial
jabs,
contender,
and
reigniting his
Volkan
career
throws his outside low kicks
over the
here as
last
well.
couple of years.
As Ulberg fades back, watch that back again. Every time he fades back,
Reigniting his career.
he's throwing this check left hook. He continues to just step back, throw this check left hook, stay out of
The
danger.
last couple of
He's
years,
back out, right? No real big
the trip
punches,
down
no real
to
combos.
All-Stars in Sweden.
He's just really just
Coach
looking for
Mohammed
that.
doing great work with him.
A double left hand and then a right.
Yeah, the right hand definitely
He
got
throws a kick, falls down. Again, that check left hook again. You can see how he's
Double
backing
left
up,
hand and then a right.
Yeah, the right hand definitely got through.
right? So now Volkan's pressuring him, running at him. What does he do? Still backs up, looks for the same check left hook again, circles off, right? Very aggressive here from Oezdemir. Can't get there. Circles off and gets back up to space. This is how he does against a pressure fighter like Volkan
Both
Oezdemir,
guys like
right?
the left hook.
Circling to the right, Volkan cuts him off here, so he circles the other way.
Volkan's really
Blocks the right
lunging
hand
in
and
though
then
with that
circles
lead
off,
hand.
right? So again, he's
Gotta
not
be careful, the
engaging
speed
in
of
anything.
Ulberg is there.
Volkan that can
The
actually
speed,
throw
and
low
he's
kicks.
really
Jiri
good at throwing
cannot
that
throw
left
low
hook,
kicks.
moving backward if he needs to.
These guys,
There's that left
I'm
hook,
telling you, there's
circle,
massive
circle, circle.
consequences
Watch,
to
I'll
the
even put
shots.
on, when you put on
And both know it, right? They know
fast,
the danger is coming back in the other direction.
you can actually see it a little bit more, right? You're looking at this distance between the two.
Soya Chai is the official tire of UFC.
Again, Volkan's being on the front foot. Volkan's also very durable like Jiri. Let's back that up here. So this is here. Oezdemir being on the front foot. Throws the left, right, catches the left, throws his own left, right, backs up a little bit, throws 1, 2, and then he's right back up. He doesn't stop. He doesn't throw the firefight back, right? He's defending it and then he's circling right back up to space again.
Off Oezdemir. But there it is. There's a nice little knee as well.
Same sort of thing. There's a brief clinch in there.
A really fast straight shot. Straight.
There's again more aggression here for Volkan. Right hand, right. There's a check left hook again that Ulberg throws.
Really fast straight
Tried to
shot.
catch him with the left hand, couldn't get there, and then
Straight
Ulberg circles
jab.
off, right back out to space again. So
Keep him on the
Volkan here
end
is
of
kind of
those
struggling just like
shots.
Jan Blachowicz was struggling to catch and to hold Ulberg. Now Volkan doesn't grapple,
Ulberg
Jiri doesn't
didn't
really grapple,
grow
so
up
you can't
thinking
really
who's
hold on
gonna
to
be a
Ulberg here.
fighter
They really
for
have
the
to work on cutting off the cage, not
playing
letting
for the
Ulberg
All
through. There's a leg kick there from
Blacks.
Ulberg.
Rugby.
This line took a different direction. Started hitting pads in a
Same sort of
biker's
thing,
gym.
right? Ulberg's on the back
Eventually
foot.
found
He's
silly
circling,
kickboxing
circling,
6 hours later.
circling. He's on his bike.
Takes all his
Ozdemir's on the
confidence out of
front
the
foot. Now
preparation he
this
gets
is a
there.
5-round fight.
Nice left hook from Oezdemir.
Oezdemir comes forward with his left hook.
He gets there.
Right, tries to cut him off a little bit, right? And you can see a little bit pop him in his step. Lunges forward with this left hook. Ulberg keeps his right hand up because he's circling over to the right. Catches him a little bit on the chin. Ulberg again throws that same left hook again. Stops this way. Says, okay, I'm going to circle that back the other way.
Hook from
It's hard to
Oezdemir.
pin this guy against the fence. And it's hard to get a hold of him. You sort of want to clinch him because he keeps slipping off and he keeps on staying at range, right? So Yuri's not really experienced with this this style here as well. Yuri's not a master of cutting off the cage. Yuri's more of a plotter, comes forward and sort of in your face, right? So let's watch this more.
Low kicks, but he did it earlier and got countered.
Again, it's single shots, lead low kicks, outside low kicks from Ulberg, right? Big move, jab, right? 1, 2, 3. Let's back this up here. Right, again, Volkan on the front foot. Backs him up, right? He tries to cut him off again, right? The last time we saw this same exchange, Volkan leaded with that left hook to try to stop Ulberg from circling over to his right.
Oezdemir looks like
Right, there's an old jab from Ulberg that lands. There's a right hand from Ulberg that lands, and a left hook, and then he's back up.
rugby all of his life with his thighs.
Volkan again coming
You don't
forward.
want to take a kick off of that guy.
Lead jab, again, Ulberg check left hook. Again, Volkan front foot, right? Same sort of thing. There, as soon as Ulberg starts to go off, Volkan has to lead with this looping left hook to try to get Ulberg there. Ulberg again returns that same left hook
Around the
again.
octagon.
Throws a couple of strikes
doing
back
a really
up
good
the
job
range,
of
right?
countering because
Now you can see the face of Volkan's pretty bloodied up.
Oezdemir's kind of lunging in with that left, and in that little opening there, Ulberg's firing 2-3 shots.
Even Bisping comments, he's lunging
Nice and
with the
compact in
overhand
the
left
pocket.
and stuff. It's because Volkan keeps circling off to that
So
side,
Oezdemir's gonna
and you're not
put
going to catch him
a
with just
right
a jab.
hand
He's trying
behind
to
that
get
left
into the
hook
power because
he's looking for
into
singular
that
shots. And when he just throws that one, that's when Ulberg's going right, left, right,
Jiri wins
back from
inside
his
the
side.
And even in those awkward squeeze
I
spots,
don't know here,
Ulberg is
boys.
so powerful. I mean, I think I saw a wobble from Oezdemir a moment ago after that exchange.
I don't know. Just looking at this fighting style, Carlos Ulberg is not going to give Jiri the type of fight that he wants, right? So here's an exchange, a combo here from Carlos. You can look at the significant strikes, right? So Volkan's on the front foot. He's already landed 26 to 19 of Ulberg. Left hook, right hand gets around the guard. Wobbles Volkan a little bit. Jiri has a chin. He survives that, right? He's back up. So that was some actual aggression here from Ulberg. Front teeth kick
Wow,
there
this
from
round has gone quick. Last
Volkan.
30 seconds.
Yeah, it's gone really quick.
And I will say that these rounds are tough to score because, again, Ulberg's not really landing anything too clean. There again, that same thing where, again, pressure. Ulberg's in this warning track here where he's always going to be. How does he cut him off? You can see him circling over to that side. Volkan only has one real shot. He has to load up with his left hook. Hits him to the body as he circles off.
Oezdemir opting for the body.
Ulberg's doing a good job circling.
Good
Excellent
shot to the
footwork.
body there
Goes
from
to the body,
Ulberg.
then
Ulberg
upstairs
down
with
the
a head
front
kick.
a little bit.
That's beautiful work.
Lovely combination by all.
Upstairs in a head kick of his own.
10 seconds.
So here now, Volkan again, forward pressure.
Rips
Second
to
move,
the
you can see
body.
a slight exchange, another
Then
lunging
comes upstairs in a
left
head kick
hook.
of his own.
And again, same sort of movement here from Ulberg, right? Ulberg is not going to give Jiri the type of fight that he
Rips to
wants.
the
He will
body.
not sit in the pocket here, right? Volkan lands this left hook against the chin, throws his left high
Then
kick,
comes upstairs
overheats it. Again, same check left hook.
Head kick of his own.
Goes off to the left. End of the round.
Bell to
It
bell
continues
action.
on like this, right? It's very hard to track Ulberg down.
That left
Oezdemir
So a lot of people saying like Yuri's gonna pick him apart. You said probably round 2, round 3 KO. I don't disagree, but it's a hard style here for Ulberg here. Just cannot connect clean on him because he's always moving. Same sort of thing. Let me see if I can find highlights.
This corner definitely want him to pressure forward, keep his guard up, but they want him to get
right
in there and
into
get
round 3. We're seeing a lot of the same. If I fast forward it here, Ulberg's moving. It's like a little snake. Look at how fast he goes. Like Ulberg's moving, he's in. Couple strikes now. Volkan gets frustrated. He decides to wrestle. Right. This is the first time I can't get a hold of him. Let me try to grapple him or something at least. Ducks under, tries to get the leg. Ulberg defends. Ulberg defends. He doesn't want to counter grapple. He's just trying to get it back out to space. He gets it back out to space and lets him go.
These situations.
And then right back. 1-2. See, Volkan moves forward. Ulberg moves back. Now, Volkan is getting all of the forward pressure here, right? But he's not doing a ton of damage because Volkan, previous best, 21 low kicks. Now he's landed 26. You know what the reason is? He can't land anything else. Ulberg is not in the range where he can land any of the punches. So the only thing that Volkan Oezdemir can do is throw low kicks. If he throws a hook there, he misses. He throws a jab here, he misses. The only thing that he does with long-range weapon is he can throw a kick when he circles off. Ulberg throws his own left kick. Volkan throws a low left kick, right? You can see the over 2.5 rounds. Heavy hitter in Volkan. Volkan was very heavy-handed. The over 2.5 was plus 100. So again, I won't go through a lot of this fight here, but that's the style here, right? Ulberg goes to decision with heavy-handed Volkan Oezdemir. I'll pull up the stats in a bit, but that's the type of style that that's the type of fight that you're gonna get with Volkan Oezdemir, right? And now let's contrast that with, I don't know if Jiri has really fought anybody that really moves like that. Maybe let's go to the Rakic fight, where you're getting a similar distance striker here with Rakic, Orthodox versus Orthodox. We were here live at UFC
with us for UFC 300. Rakic,
but I just want to show you here. So Rakic again goes outside low kick. He's a big low kick guy, and you can see here right away. This is the biggest thing for me against Jiri, right? Jiri is always heavy on this front foot. He puts all his weight on this front foot. He has his hands down. The low kicks add up so much faster.
And I like
he's leaning so much on this front foot. And Rakic is a big low kick. Look at how slow that low kick is from Jiri, right? We talked about how Volkan throws that low kick, and he broke his previous best. Look how slow this low kick is from Jiri. He doesn't know how to throw low kick.
I like a little bit
so
of the
bad.
edge from Jiri. Mad at Rakic for saying he's not a samurai.
And you can see his hands are low, right? Rakic right away goes back to his
that.
kicks,
He
right?
said, I never said that.
Jiri tries to throw.
He said, I just lived a life.
Doesn't really feel comfortable.
when guys talk,
you'll always see him sneak back.
ultimately they have to
Orthodox,
fight.
there it is again. And as soon as Jiri throws back to Orthodox, look right here.
Ultimately,
Inside, as soon as he goes to Orthodox, right away Rakic says, okay, look that low kick. Bam. Jiri does not know how to check low kicks.
that's what makes MMA so special.
Right, so this is how does Jiri close his fist, right, light on his feet. He's also throwing these like looping. There's another low kick.
Rakic much more traditional in his approach with his techniques.
Right, he hits his low kick over and over. You know, Jiri's not pushing the shin out, nothing like that. He eats that low kick. And he has to
Jiri is
right?
very unorthodox.
Rakic looks huge.
He does. He weighed 230 after
There's a high kick from Jiri. Jiri does not know how to kick.
He does. He weighed 230.
Look how sloppy the kick looks, right?
He does. He weighed 230 after the rehydration.
Right back into southpaw.
He's fighting much more. He's got a little more
Right,
intensity
hands down.
to him. That's one of the things with Rakic that
Low kick
that's
again.
kind of
Another
haunting
low
him,
kick
right?
there
Some of his
from
wins that were a bit slower.
hands down. He relies on this head movement.
He seemed a bit
Here's
tentative.
Yes.
Like he
low
was
kick
just trying
again.
to win and not trying.
Right, that's how Jiri is
Like he seemed
closing
a bit
this distance
tentative.
here.
Yes.
Like he was just trying to
Reaching,
win,
and then he's coming forward. He throws his looping left hook from his hip.
not trying.
Ducks
to
under.
finish.
Rakic is
Good
gone.
right
He
hand by
hits him with the
Rakic.
right hand, and he's gone. Outside low
Rakic
kick there from
realizing
Rakic,
success
right?
to both
Rakic
legs
is
early
actually
on.
having some really good success
you
here
saw
in round
Alex
number 1
Pereira
with his like
beat
quick
up the legs of
movement,
Jiri
the
Prochazka.
movement,
Make
and like
him make.
there again, another
Well, you
left
saw
hook from the
Alex
hip. Look at how low this left hook is,
Pereira
down at the
beat
hip.
up the legs of Jiri Prochazka. Make
Steps in, throws his long looping
him
left
make
hand.
mistakes.
He's open to
So
the
if you're
counter.
Rakic,
Rakic
you
hits him
definitely
with
want to
1-2
employ that
and
as a
sticks him
strategy.
moves. Rakic
Look,
again outside
Yeah,
low
that
kick.
left leg is already beat up. Look at the bruising on that left calf.
Yeah, here you can see
Yeah,
here
that
that
left
left
leg
kick
is already
doesn't like
beat
it.
up. Look at the
Yuri
bruising
tries
on
briefly
that
to
left
switch to
calf.
southpaw. He does not know how to fight from southpaw. Switches right back to orthodox again.
Every time we sit down with Rakic, he talks about how much he spars, how much he likes to do it.
Inside kicks, right?
Sparred
Rakic
hard
beating
3
up that
times a
lead
week
leg
this whole
against
camp.
southpaw
Shark
here.
Tanks the last 7 weeks.
It's not
That's
just
so
Rakic.
crazy to think
Every
that every
single
day he
fight,
went
Yuri
into the
cannot
gym,
check low
there were
kick.
4 and 5 guys rotating on him.
Oh, that was a bad one.
So
Because you
crazy
can
to
see
think
Yuri
that every day he went into
bouncing
the
up and
gym,
down on this calf, right?
there were 4
You
and
can
5
see
guys
like he has a ton of weight on this calf.
rotating
Rakic just times it, hits him right in the calf when he's planted.
on him.
Like another one, right? You
Beautiful
can see
low
already
kick
there's
again
redness on
to
the
that
calf,
calf. Rakic
right?
really
A
getting
lot of weight on that
off in his
front leg
first
from
round.
Yuri.
And this corner almost celebrates
Inside
every
kick,
low
right?
kick.
But Yuri just looks almost disdainful.
Right.
Yeah, he's
Like the
Yuri's
ominous
really only
music
throwing
as
this
he walked
shovel
through
up.
the octagon, the stare down,
Leg kicks, 10-1.
just never taking his eyes off Rakic.
So the low kick is
Looks
going
like
to be
he
a
has his
problem here
mindset he's
for
not going to be denied.
Yuri here.
There's a
Ulberg's
lot
going
of
to throw a
bruising on
ton of
that
low
calf,
kicks,
though.
just like
Very bad
Rakic threw a
bruising.
ton. Again, look at that.
Denied.
There's a lot of bruising on that calf.
Barely hear you over the audio. Okay, let me bring this down here. Is that better?
Very bad bruising. And that one's bad. That one's bad. That one hurt.
Oh, that's
bad.
probably a little bit
Bad
better there.
slipping on.
Okay, so I'm just saying
Be denied.
the low kicks here,
There's a lot of bruising
Rakic,
on that calf, though.
Very bad bruising.
right? Again, heavy on that lead leg. Rakic goes same low kick, right? Yuri does not like it. Right away switches to southpaw. Almost just misses the right hand there.
Bad
Slipping
misstep
on it.
already.
Now Rakic starts beating up this leg, right? Again, Yuri cannot fight from
Leg
southpaw.
is toast.
Oh, yeah, it's over.
It's real bad. It's real bad. Look at it.
Yeah, right away, Yuri. Look at that movement here, right? Yuri's already compromised on this lead leg. He cannot put weight on this
Real
lead
bad.
leg
It's real
already.
bad. Look at
This
it.
is not even halfway through round 1,
Well, that's not,
right? Look how slow that he tried to throw the right hand.
Disguise it, but he
Rakic
can't
circles off.
that's what happened with
We saw Reyes
with
do that,
Alex.
right? He
You
circles
guys
off every
left me
time. Again, lead low
up,
kick,
and he started to lunge and make mistakes. Alex caught him with a left hook.
right? So now what does Yuri have to do?
What a
Yuri's
start
leg
to
is all
the
messed
round
up.
for
So now Yuri
Rakic.
has to force this pressure. He cannot stand at this
Rakic was
range.
sensational.
Rakic chooses to throw back, right? This is what Ulberg needs to avoid. As here, Ulberg gets
But with
backed up in
Rakic,
his offense. He's
mentally,
circling
he
back
has to keep his
that way.
focus. He can't allow himself to get lured into these wild slugfests with Yuri.
Big right hand there from
Yeah,
Rakic
that's
misses.
a great point, because that's not what's worked to this point. What's worked to
Right
this
hand,
point is him
and
following the game
Yuri's
plan,
not the
beating up
best
legs of
defensively, right?
Prochazka.
His hands down. There's another jab, and he sticks and
Like,
moves.
don't
Same.
lose
This
the
is the same
focus,
movement
stay
that you're
composed,
getting from Ulberg.
Keep the technique sharp and keep dominating. Keep doing what got there. It is.
There's
again.
that low kick again. You can
Same
see
one.
there.
And
This
keep
is Yuri's
dominating.
attempt at throwing an inside kick here.
Keep doing what got there. It is again. Same one.
Right, he doesn't
Same
really know
leg.
how to throw that kick. Rakic
Beat the
just
other
throws it
leg
right
when he
back.
switches
You can
stances.
see how slow it is. You can see how open he is when he's throwing this kick here as well. Watch Yuri throw his own inside kick.
Beat
Right.
the other
Look how low the hands are. He's like trying to switch in. There's a right hand counter right here waiting, right? If you can time this right hand counter,
leg.
it's there all day. He just doesn't throw it there.
Switch stances. Make him make a choice. Make him have to fight you in a conventional stance.
Ooh, good right hand by Rakic.
We're going to get to the Randy Brown side. We're going to try to tape it, but I'm done with taping this one. Again, I've already taped this before. I just wanted to show you some of the movement here from Rakic. I wanted to show you how Yuri is so heavy on that front foot. Actually, let me just show you the end here. So now this is Yuri going into Yuri mode, right? Yuri goes full samurai. He goes, zombie. Now this is what Yuri needs to do right out the gate. He needs to be in his face, forward pressure here. If this type of pressure, then, it's a completely different fight. But if he wants to fight at range, Yuri, I call him the chaos merchant. Yuri needs to make the fight chaos from right out the start, right? Yuri Rakic lands a
You said it
1-2.
earlier, Joe. Yuri almost seems dismissive.
Yuri's,
of the
you know,
power
his
coming
eyes
in
all
his
bloody,
eyes.
his legs all bloody.
Like, can you
Yuri
allow
lost
me?
round 1 here to Rakic. Yuri lost the first 2 rounds to Roundtree.
We'll be back to Vegas in 30 seconds. You to wait.
Right hand.
Here's the replays here.
Right here you see Rakic doing a really good
Rakic
job.
hits him there, now
of throwing those
right
kicks,
hand.
but right here he
The
lands
best part
right
about
hand,
Yuri
as
is
you
that he
say.
has a granite chin. Those low
Outside
kicks
leg kick lands
already
Rakic.
adding up, right? He
Another
does
one.
not
This
check
one
low
caused
kicks.
a really bad misstep by Yuri, but look at Yuri.
There's
tight.
Yuri, a right
With that
hand
right
in the
hand,
clinch.
Aleksandar Rakic.
But Yuri only
And
needs
then
one
Yuri
shot,
started to
right?
get
And he
after
just
him.
throws so wild.
It's very important to
Look,
note
they're looking at the
that
lead
in
leg.
that round,
It's
Alexander
purple
fought
already,
great
right?
pressure. Kid keeps making him engage.
So how does this thing start? This is Yuri. Yuri finally lands at 1-2. Right. This is Rakic throwing back. Ulberg should have been circling off by now. Now he stands in the pocket. Yuri fakes the level change, right, and gets the guard up. Ulberg would have circled off by now. Again, standing here, letting him do it. The movement slows down a little bit for Rakic. Keeps him clean with the right hand. Now Rakic is rocked. Rakic, from some reason here, doesn't shoot a takedown at all. Doesn't try to clinch. Just tries to push him off. He should be trying to like throw a takedown or something. Yuri got credited with the takedown, but it was so bad. Briefly got to a leg here, but the arm is trapped.
Look where he's got his arm completely turned behind his back.
Goodness.
And then Yuri ends up finding him and putting him out there. So I know a lot of the public being on Yuri here because of this, right? He just has this style that doesn't quit. He puts guys out. He just needs one punch, right? But the minutes here from Ulberg is going to be completely different. He eventually stopped it here.
He's trying to get up with
Yeah. So yeah, it comes down to a couple of things. It's going to come down to this check left hook that Ulberg throws a lot. It's going to come down to these rear low kicks that Ulberg throws a lot, right? Ulberg has a 33% kicking rate, 28% jab, and it's going to come down to, can Yuri cut off the cage and bring the fight to Ulberg? And I think he struggles with that a little bit. I think that Ulberg, picks and sticks and moves, makes Yuri a little bit frustrated, beats up that low leg a little bit, right? So let's go down over to this these numbers here, right? This is our fighting stats striking tendencies report. Here you can see average low kick significant strikes to the legs. Ulberg lands 5 in round 1, 8 in round 2, and 9 in round 3. Look at these low kick numbers here against Jan Blachowicz. Lands 12 in round 1, 20 low kicks in round 2, 18 low kicks in round 3 against Jan Blachowicz. Over 50 low kicks he landed in just that one fight against Jan Blachowicz, who is also a decent leg kicker. Against Volkan, he had landed only 8. Alonso was, 10-second fight. Dawoon Jung landed 11. He's just really focusing more on these low kicks. Again, Dominic Reyes really didn't engage much, so only landed 3, and that was a one-round fight. But even in his first couple of fights, Fabio Charant, he landed 14. Fabio Charant, he landed 26. Against Kennedy, he landed 14. The low kicks here from Ulberg are going to be quite an issue here. And you see, if you go over to the defensive striking here for Yuri, he doesn't really check low kicks, right? Rakic lands 17 in that, right? You can see it's already adding up. 6 into round 2. Alex Pereira landed a bunch of low kicks, obviously 12 low kicks for Alex Pereira. Jamal Hill doesn't throw low kicks. Roundtree landed 9 or 10. Again, Roundtree winning rounds 1 and 2 against Yuri. Yuri having to find the finish into round 3 after Kirill Roundtree actually gassed in that fight. So, Glover's 40 something years old. Went 5 rounds with Yuri there as well. So all that to say, I think this is going to be a different close fight than people think. A lot of people just thinking that Yuri needs to get him out of there round 1, or Yuri's going to melt him. I get that. They think Ulberg has KO. He needs a KO early, sort of thing. I get that as well. I just think it's going to be a different type of fight. I think that you might be able to get a better Yuri live line because he does pick it up, or like he does take a while to get started. So you could find some more value on the live line than trying to force Yuri pre, because I think Carlos Ulberg wins round 1. I think he could win round 2 there as well, and then into the later rounds, Yuri's just going to have to pick it up. But by that point, I wonder what Jiri Prochazka's lead leg is going to look like into the later rounds, and whether or not he can actually move on it. We know that he can't fight from southpaw. You know that he relies on that movement. He puts a lot of weight on that lead leg, so it's going to be a real issue for Jiri if he can't move and cover that distance to really hurt Ulberg. And Ulberg has a sniper of a right hand, and he throws that check look all the time. But Jiri just has a granite chin here, so I could see the fight playing out a bunch of different ways. I'll have a full breakdown again on the YouTube on this one, but I don't want to spend too much time because I've already taped it and watched it. We're going to move on to the next fight. I wanted to get either the Curtis Blaydes or the let's go to the Curtis Blaydes fight. I do want to tape this one because I'm kind of interested here on the Josh Hokit side. This is somewhat of a interesting type of matchup here. Where to start? Let's start here in LFA. John Lopez. So we're just gonna watch some of Josh Hokit's stuff. If you don't know Josh Hokit,
only 27 years old. John Lopez is 7 years. His elder Lopez is
very high level here. So he's coming back here fighting John Lopez.
Co-main event of the evening. John, 6 foot.
Here's Josh Hokit here. He's like a tinier, smaller heavyweight.
Referee.
All right, guys, we know the rules.
Big man in the Bellator, making his LFA debut as well, and the great.
So I'm interested to see, if Hokit comes out. He's fighting Curtis Blaydes, who's also type of like a good wrestler here at heavyweight. How does Hokit really approach it? Right, you can see him right away shooting for a takedown.
Walking down Hokit.
I wanted to see how Hokit's striking is because the wrestling could cancel each other out. Yeah, tell him about it.
Lopez training at the Combat Club.
There again, shoots in for a takedown, gets the hips right away, gets him down. But the problem is that heavyweight, not a lot of guys can counter grapple.
The rear leg, head on the outside, single. Runs the pipe, takes him down. Switching to the double.
Yeah, I forget every time I open up the browser, I gotta reduce it because I'm sharing the audio. But again, Hokit's a D1 type wrestler. He's fighting these guys that don't really know how to grapple, right? So he can really dominate them. Here he's holding the far side wrist, gets to the back, transitions to the back, right away, right? He's controlling this wrist, gets this hook in.
2 victories, one via arm bar, one via
you can see that Hokit's probably pretty strong, right? Controlling the wrist, doesn't let him up.
He is swarming all over Lopez, Gil, flattening him out now.
Big shots from the top. Doesn't mind doing damage. Doesn't really control with hooks yet.
Doing a great job of mixing his grappling with his ground and pound, and that's MMA. Sometimes you see wrestlers just stick to only jiu-jitsu grappling, don't do any damage for 5 minutes. Not Hokit.
Trying to get that hook in, can't get it.
Points and ride the giant Lopez. Lopez doing a good job of building his base, though.
Like, who is more likely to get into this position here? Josh Hokit on Curtis Blaydes or Curtis Blaydes on Josh Hokit? Especially round 1, I think it's Hokit that has more upside of mauling Blaydes here in this position. Can he do this over 3 rounds? Can Blaydes survive? All that stuff is question marks that I would like to try to figure out here in this tape. So, again, Hokit continues to try to get this hook in. Can't get it. He chooses to go to damage.
Great riding by Hokit. Look at that.
He's just keeping this pressure on the back, right? Not letting Lopez get back up to his feet. But again, I don't know if Lopez has the defensive wrestling here. Curtis Blaydes will probably do a little bit better. Again, one hook in. Fast forward a little bit.
Easier said than done with that top pressure of Hokit, though. Look at the chest on his
Yeah, he's dominating here on the back, but it's tough to finish by strikes here from the back, right? You're not generating a ton of power. He really has to like flatten him out here. Now it's different, right? When he gets into mount, gets to the back again. He's trying to get the hooks in. Finally gets the hooks in. We saw this position here with Israel Adesanya here against Joe Piper, and we had it and finishes by ground and pound. So let me see if there's any replays.
Feet pulls him down, off balances him, and strikes. Look at this.
Shoots a naked takedown, gets to the hips right away, switches to a single leg, gets the single leg down. Now, does Curtis Blaydes stop that type of takedown? Maybe.
And then the bombs being dropped.
beautiful punches here.
I don't know why he was holding on to that wrist there.
Lopez trying to find a way to get back to his
Finally
feet.
gets to the hooks. Can't get these knees done. He's kind of done, and he pretty much taps out. So. Josh Hokit, big favorite in this fight, ends up winning. That's fine. He was minus 700. Now he goes over again, fights in LFA again, fights Latu.
7 years, his elder Hokit is
Hokit is minus 3,300.
Come on out, handle your business. Let's go.
This fight, he's already said.
Yeah, and these are like lower level heavyweights, right? So it's tough to get much out of them, but
Somebody could stop my wrestling. I'm gonna keep wrestling. You see
right again, shooting a naked takedown. Lots of guys are right hook.
Yeah, I think it was a slip.
Yeah,
but Latu almost caught him.
That was a big jab.
Now Hokit.
Stunned him with a jab. Are you serious?
See already. I can't tell if that was a slip or not right there.
How bad is Latu though, right? He's circling off. He's trying to get up back up to space. Hokit throws a jab. Just a little bonk. You can see Latu wobble, start moving back.
He's hurt. Backs up.
I don't like that. Yanam hurt and he stopped the takedown. Gets to the back. Follow-up shot.
Wow, I did not see that coming. Latu getting rocked by a jab right there. Now he's in horrible territory when it comes to Hokit in his grappling game.
These big guys, I was just always trying to wonder, like, can he get the hooks and can he get both hooks?
Oh man, I think he's
He
out
goes palm
already.
to palm. Like a 30-second choke there, right? Josh Hokit. So doesn't really answer a ton of questions. You know, these quick finishes against lower level guys. Here he fights Eric Lunsford.
Bet online.
2,500 in this fight.
169.6
He missed the heavyweight limit.
Missed weight.
Yeah, he missed weight at heavyweight. So this is going to be a big thing. Is that Blaydes is going to be a lot taller and bigger. So yeah, he has a good 30 pounds on him. See how he deals with the bigger guy.
By way of knockout.
Obviously, you can't compare this guy to Blaydes.
Wins,
I get that.
Paul Buentello.
Now a minus 10,000 favorite against that man, Eric Lunsford.
It was 1,300 when I put the
They
house on
picked him up from the crowd.
And
Right away, they shoot him for takedown. Oh, again, this sound here. Right away gets this takedown. Looks like they picked this guy out of the crowd or one of the security guards. They said we need somebody to fight.
And Lunsford gets up, but immediately back down to the mat. Lunsford
Immediately
had
gets
one
taken
explosion, but Hokit answered. Took him right down. Now he's in the side mount, pinning down the big man, Lunsford.
Yeah, he jabbed him, and then he saw he got rocked, and he followed up with takedowns. He prefers getting him down to the ground, that's where he takes less risk, I guess, right? He doesn't take any damage here on top. Just to fast forward this. Lunsford's just an absolute nobody on the ground, right? You can see Hokit setting up a crucifix here. Gets that arm between the legs. The head is also there. Trying to get that head out. Now he has the arms trapped. Now he can go full crucifix. A Roy Nelson special.
Lunsford, oh my goodness, look at those. Those are
big shots here.
Those are hurt. Those hurt.
You can just see him flailing here. Can't get the arm out. Arm doesn't bend that way. This arm's stuck behind the head. You really can't do anything here. Finishes him. So he's going those 3 fights. We didn't see him take any damage. We don't really know if he can take a punch. We don't really know where he, what he looks like outside of that. So now he gets called into the UFC after winning 3 fights in a row. He gets a shot on Dana White Contender Series.
The Brazilian, 1 year older, both men 6'1" and half-inch reach advantage for the
comes in at 230 pounds at heavyweight.
Our referee for our second cage there.
He grabbed
Don't grab that cage again.
No, I think that should be a
cage. Like this is coming. It's Hokit in the red.
Let's back this up here right away. Let's see how fast he shoots.
Underway here in Las Vegas.
Backs up, catches a kick, uses it to get to the hips.
Watch the back of the head, sir.
You knew this was coming.
The Euro tries to defend. Right that's the legs, trying to get it.
Great job of getting back.
Let go of the cage. Let go.
Grabbing onto the
He had a
fence.
good grab of the cage there.
He grabbed Don't grab that cage again.
No, I think that should be a point. I know we talk about
Heavy
this
on the back here.
Grab the cage.
Every time,
you know it's a foul. They tell you in the back, how many warnings do you have to have?
Euro tries to Granby roll. Hokit stays on the back and he's back
Hokit's trying to
standing.
control him, but Udiel's doing a really good job of just creating action.
Pushes on the fence
Hokit
again.
keeps kicking off the
So let's see if
fence.
Hokit
Julio
can
gets
keep up this
close.
pace, what he looks like into the second round, right? He's the lighter
And it
heavyweight.
is
So
interesting that
the
Hokit,
assumption is that maybe he
no
has the
stranger to
cardio a little bit
weighing
better
less
to
than
do
his
this.
opponent. He has been
Kind of struggling for the takedown to keep the
a lighter
takedown.
fighter in his last couple of fights.
Well, I think Hokit is at 228, more of a light heavyweight than a heavyweight. I mean, I was 250
There again, he's trying to pull him back.
fighting 205. So it's like, you
You
got
had to
big
cut
guys
45
every time,
pounds, huh?
sometimes more. It was not good.
Again, goes outside trip, tries to get this takedown.
No. Now here, this is important. Watch.
He
Julio
lands 6
before was
takedowns
getting
in
up
this fight.
Over and over again. Hokit continues to ride him. As the gas starts to seep a little bit, he won't be as willing to give the effort to get back up to his feet. Then Hokit can start going.
Gets to the back. This is the position that Hokit wants. I don't know why he's trying to drag him here. He goes chest to back. Right. This position is tough to finish outside of rear naked choke. Right. He can't really do a ton of damage here, and he wants to control him with this body lock. Right. He's trying to like pull him over, soften him up. Gets out to 4s, trying to drag him down again.
2 of his 5 strikes landed thus far.
This is just a lot of muscle here.
Right here, watch it. Here, there's some chances here. You can grab a wrist. Because if you grab a wrist, then you can start to break him
Still
down.
keeps this lock. Breaks it for a couple of strikes as he tries to get up. He puts the lock back on again. Tries to get him away from the fence.
I don't know. It almost feels like he just.
Right, every time he gets close, Hokit steps on the fence and pushes him away. He tries to get him back down to space.
I've never seen it done.
He's having trouble holding Uriel down.
Fighting here as he's up against the fence.
Pushes him off again. Uriel back up to space. So that was a lot of effort, right? Hokit was holding on to him for a good 3 minutes there. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Really didn't do any damage with any of those takedowns. And now there's 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Let's see if he can actually strike now.
Yeah, now this will be an important.
Now, does he go back to the game plan and just have to continue to get the takedowns?
Yeah.
Uriel with some pressure here, right? Again, it looks like Hokit wants nothing to do with the striking.
What is he now discouraged by Uriel being able to escape that?
Gets to the hips again, trying to get to the single leg.
Push the head down because then, dude, it just makes Hokit work. That whole time it's making him work.
He was pushing the head.
Oh, that's perfect.
Pushes
That's
the
perfect.
head in
Hokit
more.
keeps his head down. Hokit is using a ton of energy right now.
Really working here.
Jab landed by Uriel. And by Hokit.
Here's some actual striking here, so let's watch this.
And by Hokit.
Nice jab. Another jab. Doesn't like that, backs up. 90 seconds left.
Yeah, but Uriel's got to be smart, right? Hokit's kind of goading him into fighting him. And when he does that, and Uriel gets excited, he's going to take him down.
Right, as soon as you start pressuring Hokit, he level changes, right? Doesn't look to throw any counters back. Right, block. Block, tries to level change, gets to the leg.
Just like that, right?
Yeah.
Rushes in.
Uriel pushes the head down.
Just keep his head down. Make him carry it. No, don't do that. Don't punch. Just keep his head down. Make him carry it. No,
as soon as he punches, yeah, he gets to use his single leg. Now it's a different story with Hokit on top, right? He struggled to get him to actually flat. Now he's actually flat on his back. Now Hokit likes to get on top here and just try to control this position. He landed 5 takedowns in round 1 already.
4 minutes into the first round, already 9 takedown attempts from Hokit, the former 2-time All-American wrestler of Fresno State.
2-time All-American wrestler Josh Hokit. Still a couple of strikes here.
But Hokit's doing a good job with his top control. Now that he's got him settled.
Yeah, none of these shots are like finishing shots.
Not a lot of damage.
Well, we saw Hamzat control triggers for 21 minutes the other day. If you're good at controlling guys, eventually finishes coming. If not, you land.
Stays in half guard, controls him on this position here.
Well, another difference is now is that Hokit is in half guard, which means that he can actually posture up and give himself some space to have some real damage.
Yeah, a couple of ideas already.
And it's a confidence builder. Now he knows that all he has to do is get him flat. If he gets him flat, he knows he really can control.
Yeah, he worked hard. He finally got him flat here, so he ends up winning the round here just from that last minute top time. Hokit talking trash already. See if he can keep this pace up, though. You know, there was a heavy pace round 1. We hadn't seen him go into round 2.
UFC Fight Night in October go on sale. Just announced by Dana tonight. RDR, Rainier to Ritter, taking on Fluffy Hernandez in the main event. All right, boys. Is the card shaping up to be a good one. Set your alarms, be ready.
Continues to move back as his opponent moves forward, right? There's a jab. Oh, what the hell was that?
On Friday.
That was fast.
Right? throws a jab just to get him reacting. Right away, there was no intention to really land. It was just get into your face, into the hips. I think he just caught him up right now.
He's starting to fade now.
Yeah, he just instantly gassed.
I feel like this is the beginning of the end here.
Yeah, he's not
All that fighting in round 1 to defend the takedowns gave it up so easy into round 2.
Oh, big right hand. Nice right hand by Hokit.
I almost feel like Hokit let him out.
But that's okay, though.
Taste in wrestling, just alone, those two things alone at heavyweight can go so far. Just a ton of these heavyweights cannot keep up the pace or cannot grapple. It's one of the two, right? And there's a nice couple of ground shots there. The ground and pound is super live here, but
he's just wearing him down. There they go.
so now we're gonna have to see if Curtis Blaydes, what Curtis Blaydes can do in these type of positions here. He's just getting finished. Euro's completely gassed out here at this point, right? So this was more of a cardio thing. I think he fought well in round 1.
In round 2, gets the finish, improving to 6-0.
6-0. Wins his Contender Series debut. Fights his next fight in the UFC, his actual UFC debut.
UFC debut between Waldo Cortez Acosta and
Comes in
Ante
as the
Delgado.
minus 435 favorite in this
that
fight.
one.
Sure was.
All right, Max, ready?
See what
Josh,
happens
ready? Fights
when
on.
Josh Hokit.
Oh, wait, actually, hold on. I wanted to see how much he weighed in there. 236, so a little bit heavier. I think he was 220, around that 240, 230 mark.
Tom, 6 victories with no defeats. Josh Hokit.
Sure was.
All right, Max,
Okay, so we still haven't seen extended striking time here from Hokit. We haven't seen Hokit on bottom. We haven't seen Hokit extended into round 3, right? Punching his way in. Let me see back here.
Who's in yellow and a 6-1
Right
UFC
hand.
debut as well. Eats a big right early.
You're seeing the speed of Hokit right off the bat is a real thing.
At low kick, that's a big thing here. We haven't seen low kicks, right? Watch this. Eats one low kick, he's already stumbling.
In that
man, look at that.
Oh, he shot that one out.
That was a heavy
So right hand, left hand for Hokit.
Look at that.
Oh, he shot that one out.
Starter steps, you can see a little bit wild. His feet are all over the place with that strike.
Normally on it is Hokit.
Oh yeah, I heard it was like that. You could see him trying to feel it and get it back.
He moves back again. He doesn't want to get hit at all.
Big
He's
size
already
difference.
looking at it. Yeah, he does not like that low kick.
Nice kicks here early from Jimenez.
He looks powerful.
Big right hand here from Hokit, actually. He's just so concerned with the takedown that he dropped the hands, right? So it does open up the strikes.
This is on the ground now.
The speed got him through there.
Jimenez still with it and back to his feet, but he ate a huge right from Hokit.
I gotta say, though, I like how he went to the
Hokit
single.
has him up against the fence. There's one-way striking here, right?
Knockout!
Hokit again with the KO finish. XM, let me just finish this tape and I'll get right to you here. All right, the last and most recent fight here. Josh Freeman. Josh Freeman, also a wrestler.
One loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall.
This one, Hokit was minus 255 favorite. Freeman, a similar size to Hokit though.
All right, so here we go. Denzel Freeman.
Orthodox versus Southpaw.
White trunks.
Really wild striking here from Hokit right off the bat.
All right, so here we go. Denzel Freeman.
Left hook misses. Big right hand throws out of his boots. Right hand again. But he's really only doing it to set up the striking, right? Trying to get the hands up. Gets to the hips, grabs a single leg.
Freeman trying to defend takedowns. Oh, beautiful job by Hokit.
Picks up Freeman instantly. Freeman's a big boy.
I did not expect him to take Denzel down that quickly. Denzel is a Greco-Roman guy, but he does have some freestyle
All right, so he takes him down.
Champ, you want to explain to people the difference between freestyle and Greco?
Yeah, Greco-Roman is all upper body.
Oh yeah, the difference here was Freeman was a Greco-Roman type wrestler. A lot of more tricks and stuff, no single legs.
Wrestling the leg, so you would expect him to take him down. I just didn't expect
We've seen this position a lot, right? He rolls around the back. He's trying to drag him down.
I would imagine
Switching back to the other side, he does body lock, right? trying to drag him down, goes back to the other side. We saw that in Contender Series, I guess.
Yeah, he's going to wrestle competitively next month in Croatia as part of the Elite
Right, still
Warrior
trying to drag him down, keeps that body lock again. As soon as he settles, he can open up and just strike, but continues to get that body lock. Belly on back, just trying to wear on him. Freeman tries to stand back up. We're calling him Carl Winslow. Carl Winslow tries to stand back up.
Freeman back up to his feet. Now he's got to attack the hands. He needs to stay at the fence. Now here,
Blaydes get a clear with the elbow against the clinch while this goes on a single. Yeah, we'll go over to the Blaydes side right after this.
Freeman fought a 15-minute fight last time, but it was very measured. Hogan's got him fighting at a real high pace.
Okay, hold on, let me back this up here. So here's actual Freeman striking, or sorry, Hokit striking, but again, it's only one way. He gets to tee off on these guys, right? That guard, nothing throwing back here for Freeman. No real leg kicks, no nothing here, right? Freeman just backing up, copy jab.
By Hokit. Nice jab, right knee on the body. Good front kick to the body. He just stays on you.
He just pushes the pace, eh? So he tried to grapple, couldn't grapple, and then just shows up with the striking. Gets him down with some strikes, more hammer fist. Now this kid can be dangerous because his cardio never drops, right? If he can keep up his pace and he weaponizes the cardio, it's hard to keep up. You can see Freeman starting to fade. Right, rolls up, gives up his back, or gives up. It's easy mount position for Hokit. It's a hook in.
Big opportunity here for Hokit.
See, he had the hooks here, and it looked like Freeman was going to get out, and Hokit takes the hooks out.
Opportunity here for Hokit. Freeman got back up to his base.
More strikes here from Hokit.
And they're intelligent by Hokit not gassing himself out here, being very measured.
I had Freeman and Hokit rated similar. My Hokit just ran through him. Denzel didn't seem like the usual. Yeah, Denzel's not the best either, though.
Now Freeman did a good job here, collecting that wrist, holding the baseball bat.
Freeman and Blaydes are completely different type of matchup here, right? Huge step up in Blaydes.
You let it go. Freeman has to have a sense of urgency.
But Freeman hasn't really done anything, just drags him down.
He's just being defensive.
Oh, I think that he's getting beat a little bit more than he expected.
He got spanked.
He got spanked.
Hokit just mauling him. Freeman gets back up to his feet, though. It's just wearing on him. The pace, the pressure. Freeman doesn't really have an answer. Freeman has to go for a takedown to try to relieve the pressure. Hokit defends a takedown right there.
There.
Hokit hit him with a big uppercut in that.
Yes, he did.
Easily out of it.
Wild shot from Freeman.
And Freeman's tired.
This was a wild finish here too. You can see Freeman completely gassed. Right, that's a couple of fights now.
Oh, he's hurt.
Total strikes, 0 strikes. 0 strikes from Freeman the whole fight. That's crazy.
Referee Mark Smith closing the distance.
But that might be that uppercut, Joe. That uppercut that hurt him in
top,
close.
right? No real.
The right hand.
Back up again.
Oh, beautiful. Hokit.
Oh my goodness. 10 seconds left.
Will Freeman survive to see round 2?
Look at this. He just fades backwards. Hits him with the right hand. He runs away like Chelsea Chandler. And the referee looks at him. He says, okay, the fight's over. He thought the round was over, and he like it was such a weird finish.
He's barely up.
Hokit's walking away, so why doesn't he just like take a knee and stuff, right?
He's good.
Not sure Denzel knows
This is
where
what the middle finger, they call it off. 1 second left in the round. But he probably would have got finished early round 2. So again, Hokit looks okay on tape, right? He looks like a really good wrestler. He's fought guys that are not really good wrestlers, so he can really just end up mauling these guys. The couple of knocks that we've seen is that he doesn't really like low kicks. He reacted poorly to low kicks, and his striking. We haven't really seen any striking or any striking back the other way, right? So we know he can throw with some power. Maybe it's more of the threat of the takedown that opens up the striking, and but we haven't really seen him in a pure boxing match, right? You see him struggle a little bit here with Freeman with the grappling early, and then he chooses to just strike with him. You saw him struggle a little bit in Dana White Contender Series in that first round, getting takedowns, and then his opponents just gassed. So there was like 2 fights there with their opponents just gassing. He was able to pick up, and he uses his cardio to win there. So a lot of question marks on the Hokit side. One being, can he take a punch? 2, can he defensively wrestle? What does Hokit look like on bottom? And 3, can he keep this pace up over 3 rounds, right? The one fight that went into round 2 was a minute into round 2. He looks like he has the body type or the build, like one of those lighter heavyweight guys that these guys can't really keep up because he's just a lot faster. He looks fast. It just the Curtis Blaydes is just a different type of matchup here. So let's go over to the Curtis Blaydes side. I want to see what Curtis Blaydes looks like on bottom. Has not fought any wrestlers really, so it's going to be a hard task here. We're going to start with the Jailton Almeida type of fight, and then again we'll watch the Blaydes side there. So just give me a second. The middle finger KO, yeah. It's down here. Hold on. I just wanted to adjust this one. Now, what kind of bankroll would you recommend for your service? Is 200 a unit enough? Doesn't really matter about the unit size, as long as you stay within a unit. So like I've been keeping it 1% of my bankroll. So this is my tracker here. We started with a $20,000 bankroll. We're up to about 38,000. Just pre-fight, we're up 62 units this year because we go deep into these tape studies. We're up about 14.5% ROI this year. Where am I? I'm not even on the screen. We're up 62 units, 14.5 ROI. This was 2026. 2025 was our better year. We were up 370 units, a 25.8 ROI. 2024 is down here somewhere. Bet log 2024 was 14% ROI, up 118 units. We track every single bet here, right? Every single bet from every single play. Here's our profit charts. Here is our events per live, straight bets, prop bets, things like that. We're up 75K. Last year, again, we made about over almost 200,000 betting on it. So again, it's not about the bet per bet. It's more about, are you staying disciplined within the unit or within the actual 1% of the bankroll sort of thing, right? You can see here, like our unit size started out at $200 a unit here at the beginning of the year, but we had $11,000 in bets. So I am more higher volume. I play a lot of different volume bets, but you can see over the time, right? We started with 200, we moved to $215 units, 250 units, $300 units, 350. This year we're doing more dynamic. So that last event we were at $500 units. We lost a little bit, but we had won 6 in a row. So we gave a little bit back, and then again we're back with a vengeance this week for UFC 327. So I hope that answers that question there. Let's move over to the Curtis Blaydes side again. This one is going to go. We're going to go straight to the Jailton Almeida side. Jailton Almeida, not really the best wrestler, but he has the similar game plan where he doesn't like to strike. He wants to grapple right away. Let's see how Curtis Blaydes reacts and what he's actually does here. These are the only times he's actually attempted takedowns. So in his UFC career for Curtis Blaydes, he's defended 6 takedowns in total. He's allowed 13. So his takedown defense is kind of real bad on paper and really hasn't fought any real grapplers, right? Jailton being the best grappler he's ever fought, or really actually attempting the takedown here. So this is the smaller sample size.
This fight was rebooked, and it is our featured prelim here at UFC 299. Jailton Almeida in yellow, Curtis Blaydes is in black.
As I watch Jailton,
all right, right away, right? Almeida on the front foot, orthodox versus orthodox.
Not as big at the rest, but I don't know that this dude
Blaydes with this long, low stance here, right? Right away, shoots in, same thing, dives in on a takedown.
Shoots from way out.
But he doesn't care. He's trying to work his way in, crawls to the legs.
But Jailton understands
that he can run you to the octagon.
Right, Blaydes gets his underhook on this far side.
And he'll keep trying. As Curtis keeps the underhook, he cannot let Almeida get his hands locked.
I don't know what Blaydes is looking at. He's just waiting out the position. So yeah, Almeida tries to go. There was a mistake here. He's waiting. He was fine. And as soon as Blaydes decides to move his feet in closer, Jailton picks up the single, just turns the corner, gets him down. That was a mistake by Blaydes. But let's see how he. Right away goes to try to get up back to his feet. Doesn't mind giving up his back, stands right back up again. Jailton Almeida, just like Josh Hokit, has taken down all 8 UFC Dana White Contender Series opponents. Oh, you can't see.
But this is not good. This is very rare that you see Curtis Blaydes get out-grappled like this. Especially early when he's fresh.
Almeida just looked a beast when it comes to the takedown. Just from this body lock again, picks up the 6'5", whatever Curtis Blaydes is, just throws him down. And Blaydes already goes back to all fours, walks over to the fence. We saw Josh Hokit trying to push him off the fence, trying to get him back there. You can see Curtis Blaydes likes the fence, to use it to get back up.
Almost see panic on their face because it never happens.
The thing about Jailton too is it's not
gets back
just
up to his
wrestling,
feet, pushes
it's
up,
the
and he gets back up.
submission ability. His submissions are phenomenal. He's so
Right, Almeida, yes, has gotten 2 takedowns already, but cannot let go of this body lock. We've seen the same body lock that Hokit does, right? He's just riding the back here, but Almeida getting right back up to his feet again. Oh, sorry, Blaydes getting right back up to his feet.
Then he lifted him up.
Ted says Blaydes coming off an MCL surgery, blew out his knee, first takedown attempt versus Kunyev. Won't be able to handle the pressure and constant takedowns. I don't know if I knew that. So MCL, he blew out his leg on the first. We'll go over to that fight as well. I want to see how bad that was, but
so many different ways to return him back
right, gets him back down. Let me just move him back to this takedown. Still with the same body lock, the same lock that he hasn't done. It's more mat returns than anything. Trips him, gets him back down. But Blaydes has not been flattened out, right? Not given up his back position. He's okay giving up his back here. Stands right back up again. Almeida on the back. He's already gotten 4 takedowns. But again, hasn't landed any strikes here.
Wicked efficient here early with his takedowns. 2 minutes.
3 minutes left in the round, right? 5 takedowns in 2 minutes.
Told us on Thursday that loss in 2018 could have derailed.
Drags him back down again.
Fighting to his
again, Blaydes goes right back to turtle, goes on all fours, doesn't mind giving up the back. And we saw Hokit doesn't really put in the hooks to control this position. He does let multiple people up from this position as well. So I'd expect Blaydes to be able to do the same.
Curtis is getting back.
Tries to drag him down again. We've seen Hokit do that same position here, right? One hook in, gets 2 hooks in, but Blaydes is back up standing. Now can Almeida hold this position? Can Josh Hokit hold this position?
Every single time he gets drugged to the floor.
Cannot hold the position, has to jump off. Right? Still trying to get this body lock, has not released this lock here, and just drags him down again. But Almeida's using a lot of cardio here to try to get him down and to hold him down. 7 takedowns in 3 minutes. Not even 3 minutes gone by. He's landed 7 takedowns.
3 minutes. For the 7th ranked UFC heavyweight contender.
Breaks the grips. Almeida gets back to the grip right away. And that same hook again. Tries his grip here.
So many different ways in which he's
he has different. I think Almeida has more options for the takedowns here. We saw Hokit in the same positions again, just trying to muscle his way down, trying to drag him down, sort of thing. Blaydes is doing a good job just not giving up the position. Yes, he's getting takedowns, but if you don't count takedowns as points, Almeida's not really doing any work here.
Over 15 minutes, but all indications are he can.
You know how I feel about
as soon as Almeida breaks his grip, you know Blaydes is going to start striking, right? The only way that Almeida can hold him here is keeping this lock right on his back here. So he hasn't even separated his hands all fight here all round. He continues to try to drag him down. Blaydes continues to work on this grip, trying to break it. Finally separates it. Now Blaydes has to try to turn into him.
Would Almeida be able to implement the same type of game plan he used against Derek Lewis? And to this point, he has.
Yeah. But the problem is that game plan.
You can see he's starting to breathe a little bit heavier, right? Tries to pick him up again. Same pickup. A lot of strength in that pickup, right? One hook in, the same position. Blaydes is okay. Gives up the other hook. He stands back up. Again, can Hokit keep this position, right? Hokit's a good wrestler, but is he a good BJJ guy? He can stand in the back here. Is he going to blow out his legs here trying to keep this body lock?
That's what you want to feel. And now he's on a big
No,
stage,
Almeida has to jump off. He knows he can't get it. He has to jump off. I would assume Hokit doesn't even have the legs to do it on, to put a body lock in. So he probably jumps back off again. So look how slow Almeida's walking back to his corner now. He's like, damn, he wasted all his energy, and yeah, this would be a great live bet spot on Curtis Blaydes. Almeida probably wins that round just because of control.
Can land some hands, do it. If you can hurt him a little bit, do that. But it's perfect. He's not going to come with the same speed now.
You say, oh, my live betting. Yeah, well, live betting, we question live betting. But that's not even included in that. No, those numbers that we gave you doesn't include any live betting. Live betting's over here. And we question live betting separately.
In a main event from the UFC Apex 6-fight main card, hits at
all right, so Blaydes comes out conservative. Now it's round 2. Now it's completely different fight.
On ESPN Plus, the coach Dean Thomas likely to be there. Dino, what do you have?
So Steve Harvey says Hokit probably landing more damage. Almeida never land any strikes. But how is Hokit landing damage there? Almeida needed to keep that body lock in order to keep him on the ground. As soon as Almeida lets go of that body and tries to strike, Blaydes is going to be right back up the space. I think Almeida is more skilled in Hokit than wrestling. Yeah, I kind of think so as well, right? But Almeida can't strike, but neither can Hokit, right? Now Almeida says, fuck, I can't get the takedowns. I got to strike. Now he's forced to strike or burn out the remaining cardio, right? So now, again, shoots a takedown. That one was stuffed.
Just wrestling him is not enough.
So, yeah, it's a completely different fight. He can't get the takedowns. Blaydes gets this underhook. Immediately gets back up. Now he's looking for a takedown here. This is what you're talking about. Hammer fist. Hammer fist. This is doing damage. This is doing way more damage than the 8 takedowns. You can see it does enough. Almeida just quit. He doesn't like those hammer fists. And the referee stops him. 9 takedowns by Almeida. He says 9 takedowns by Almeida in the first round. But he didn't do anything with them. He didn't do any damage. He didn't do anything. Blaydes gets back up, beats him by hammer fist. The more I watch this, I don't know. So yes, on paper, Blaydes' takedown defense, he gave up 9 takedowns in one round to Jailton Almeida. But did Jailton Almeida land any damage on him, right? The official stats here, Jailton Almeida landed 1 significant strike. And I think that was in round 2, actually. Let me just double check. Yeah, that was in round 2. In round 1, Jailton Almeida did not land a single strike. He had all the control and then didn't land anything. Round 2, he decided to strike. He landed 1 before getting knocked out. There's a lot of unknowns here from the Hokit side. And what we've seen from Blaydes is that, yes, he can get taken down. Yes, he can have Almeida or Hokit on the back, but if you try to do any damage on Blaydes, he's going to stand right back up, and I think the takedowns become harder and harder as the fight goes on. Any more sample size? Yeah, Alexander Volkov gets a takedown. That was the last time he got taken down, but that's round 4. I don't know if that really counts. That was 6 years ago. You can watch it here.
Let's get you the tail of the tape. It's
round 4, right? Normally Blaydes is doing the mauling, right?
The first seconds of the 4th round.
Boxing
tonight. If Alexander bit of a clash of styles here, right? Position. He's normally the better wrestler.
That's just so annoying. Bulking the look at that. I mean, greatness, of course, but
and Blaydes can go 5 rounds. We've seen Blaydes go 5 rounds.
He's starting to get ahead on a couple of these takedowns and maybe stuff a few, but now you got Blaydes ready to fire the hands too. So yes, this is where Volkov needs to start attacking the body.
Curtis is looking a little wobbly, a little.
Have we seen Hokit? What Hokit looks like on his back?
But that's not his.
50. How good when you run over being.
A lot of unknowns here. I just want to see if there's one takedown here from Volkov. I just want to see what it looks like.
But all right, so Herb Dean
anytime.
Hands him back
That's
up.
a good job. There's a right
1,
hand.
2.
Oh!
Nice knee from Volkov.
How about the
This is
cardio?
a 5-round fight with Alexander Volkan
Nice knee
in
again.
a smaller cage here.
He's in this fight. He is not.
Everybody thought that
There's no
Volkan
quit
beat
in
Cyril
Volkan
Gane,
whatsoever,
right?
and he's still got a lot. Interesting. Remember when you said?
Well, here's a takedown here. Let's
Nice.
trick doesn't get it.
It's going to be very interesting.
Left kick to the
Remember when you
hips,
said?
double
Never
legs.
get a takedown. Let's see if he gets it. Bisping.
Close it up. He's really struggling for it. 10 seconds left.
Good for him.
And it looks like Curtis Blaydes is now bleeding fairly profusely out of his mouth. So,
and it looks like he's exhausted.
This is not even a comparison. It's a 5-round fight in round 4 against Volkov with 10 seconds left. So those were the last 10 times that Curtis Blaydes got taken down. So I don't know if we need to see much of that. Okay, let's watch the Cunha fight, and then I'll get you an actual breakdown here.
Yeah. Called the shots
this is the most recent
between
form.
Jamal Hill and
Said that
Khalil
Cunha,
Roundtree Jr. in our main events.
Or sorry, Blaydes hurt his MCL on the first takedown here.
Through the early part of his career, he's riding an 11-fight unbeaten.
Sewell says Hokit's way more technical wrestler. Jailton doesn't have a wrestling background. I don't know if that means anything. Hokit legit D1 wrestler, wrestling since 4. Yeah, but this is MMA. It's completely different when you can strike and stuff, right? So, and huge cardio differential. I don't know where you get that from. Oh, between Jailton and Hokit has different cardio.
Streak
Sure.
into his UFC debut. Meanwhile, for Curtis Blaydes, 20th trip.
You're making an
inside the
assumption because
octagon
you haven't seen it,
for the
but I
top
get
5
it.
heavyweight.
There's a lot of similarities between these two. Obviously, the size, the style, the
Right,
wrestling
immediately,
ability, but that's
that
a
takedown,
nice
you're saying he
takedown.
broke, he tore his MCL?
Obviously, the
He landed
size,
pretty-
style, the wrestling ability, but that's a nice takedown from Curtis Blaydes. But I was going to say the big difference is the experience that Curtis Blaydes has
So, yeah,
fighting top-level talent.
I'm wondering who shoots the takedown first, who gets their grappling going. I believe it's probably going to turn out to be a striking match.
Just used to the bright lights. You're used to these huge crowds.
Yeah.
I'm going to fast forward some of
It's such
this.
a game changer when you're not used to it. Walking out in front of 20,000 people here, the energy in this arena.
Grabs the fence pretty
You're used to not
bad
grabbing the
there.
fence as well.
Yeah, that was another one, right?
Another one.
I think I was on Blaydes in this fight.
No secret to the game plan. Blaydes wanted to lean on those wrestling credentials. State title in high school before briefly wrestling at Northern Illinois University. Then he won a junior college national championship at Harper College. But he has power on the feet as well. 13 wins by knockout in his career.
You know, Curtis is real. He's a real threat to anyone in the heavyweight division. Incidentally, also one of the nicest guys that you'll ever talk to. Just a great human being. But he's
Body lock here, right from
He hits
Blaydes. I
hard.
don't know. Like maybe he
So
does
wins
this to
over some of the best in the
Hokit.
world.
We just
He's
haven't
got some
seen
losses as
Hokit
well.
fight this type of
Of course, with
fight.
the losses, you learn.
Trying to drag that leg back with Cunha. Cunha doing a good job here, though, other than little fence grabs and all like that. But other than that, he's staying calm. He's not getting overwhelmed. He almost reaching the fence again.
He thought about it.
Herb's on him. I mean, I feel like if he does another blatant one right there, he's going to stop it and potentially take a point. But the other problem,
He thought about it again.
Blaydes
Down he goes.
takes him down.
little uppercut
Cunha
there.
trying to use the fence now. Blaydes so dangerous with ground and pound if he gets it there.
Oh, I like that he's stepping on that calf. It's just one of those
that's
little
so-
moves, man. It
Stepping
sucks.
on the calf there. Have you looked at the round
It's
lines?
just a
No, I didn't
jerk.
look at any of the
You know, if
props.
you do that in training camp.
Yeah.
I tend to look at tape. I tend to try to break down the fight before the lines come out, or before I look at the lines. I don't let the lines really impact my analysis, and then I find
Cunha with no
what I
answer to
find
this
has
pressure from
value and
Blaydes.
whatnot. So I'll give you a breakdown right after this
Still
fight
clasped.
in terms of what I see and sort of.
And Blaydes works right in front of his corner.
There's
Very
going to be a
well
lot of
done,
unknowns, I think, coming
Now,
into this
obviously, this
fight,
is in the
but
barn that
I
everybody
can
wants.
see a
But this
case
is
from both
there is
sides.
a crucial battle going on right here. Cunha won it. That was a big attempt from Curtis Blaydes. It was a nice entry. He had some good control.
Curtis Blaydes can't get any grappling going.
Yeah, he's got
Now he's,
striking.
yeah,
Oh,
now he's
there you go.
forced
You
to
can't
strike.
just rely
Now you
on
get to
shooting
see
out
some
here at
actual
distance
striking. The
without
most
putting
recent
something
run,
in the
right?
face
There's a
of
nice
Cunha.
jab from Blaydes. Oh, we're doing this. Let me move this one over.
And for Cunha, that might have been a blessing in disguise. You know, first moment, UFC debut, big crowd, a lot of pressure. Obviously, given the part of the world that we're in. The beautiful city of Baku. And let me tell you, this place is ridiculous. I've been on the phone to my wife every day just saying, we got to come here sometime. Good job.
Final minute of round number
I think
one.
Blaydes has a way
Beautiful
better
city, a lot of
striking.
energy.
Way more
So,
experience striking.
Old and new, a lot of history. You think you're in Europe, Middle
Yeah,
East,
it's hard.
Asia. I mean, it really is a melting pot and a beautiful place to come, and hopefully the first of many trips to this great city.
Yeah, really cool place to walk around in, and you get a good mix of the history with some of those old buildings, man, and just the restaurants. We've had a good time. I've had.
Let's not say that Blaydes threw and landed 5 leg
so
kicks
much
here
weight
against
this
Cunha
week because
round 1.
I've been running, Paul. I've run around the old city about 20 times. I know it like the back of my hand. I'm friends with all the kids.
Yeah. Blaydes has a decent chin here as well.
Combination from Kuniev, trying to punch his way back into this.
I know the guy that sells the hats to Khalil Roundtree.
That's right, maybe we should get one.
I got time tomorrow. I'll leave until Monday. I might have to get a hat.
There, what happened?
That's right, maybe we should get
one. Let me just back it up. I want to see if he connects cleanly. Left hook misses. Right straight, yeah. Blaydes has a right straight there.
So I have to get a hat.
I bought myself a
Blaydes
nice
did not
rub.
take that again.
Did you get a rub?
I did. Seriously. It's silk. It's beautiful.
Second round.
All right. So Blaydes can't get the grappling going, forced to strike, but he
just for water. Give him. Don't get.
Presented between Curtis Blaydes and Rizvan Kuniev. The Kuniev corner saying stay at a distance. They don't want to get in any of these grappling exchanges with the very seasoned Curtis Blaydes. Good job early round 2 for Kuniev.
Yeah, Blaydes can't be too predictable.
Let's fast forward this a little bit.
He wants to wrestle.
Seems to be moving well on it.
First. Give him something to think about. That's when your level change. Stun him with a jab, drop a right hand, then go for the legs.
How goes this fight?
By the looks of it, Curtis seems to be the more polished striker anyway.
Oh, you see there? Michael Bisping saying Curtis looks to be the more polished striker.
First, give him something to think about. That's when your level change. Stun him with a jab, drop a right hand, then go for the legs. By the looks of it, Curtis seems to be the more polished striker anyway.
We have taken the leg out on Blaydes' entry and able to reverse position, perhaps break free. He does so.
Nice elbow in the break from Curtis.
Kuniev got to anticipate the level change from Curtis Blaydes.
And then Blaydes 10-9 Blaydes. A lot of people thinking Blaydes won round 1. Nice jab from Blaydes.
He's been looking good all night.
He should put some feints out there first.
Remember this fight being super close. Right, Blaydes look like the more technical. Oh, there's a nice right hand from Kuniev. Watch that one. Ah, fuck, I missed it again. Right, and Blaydes misses with the jab. Kuniev throws the left. Jab hits. Right hand lands clean. Blaydes eats it.
Now he's got to be ready for the shot. You got to anticipate. I like that uppercut.
Yeah, the uppercut's key. That's going to stop Curtis from shooting so much. Kuniev had a bit of success there. He's got to build on that.
So he landed clean. Blaydes just ate it. Continue to come forward. 1-1-2.
You can see that left eye of Curtis Blaydes really red. A little bit of blood from that right hand of Kuniev.
Blaydes not really slowing down after not getting the takedown round 1 either.
1-2. Good connection.
After the first, Blaydes had fine entries but couldn't seem to find those attempts.
Oh, that's a good combination.
Jab into that 3-2. Good speed on that. You're starting to see that jab of Blaydes coming at him. Reacting. Another good right hand.
Kuniev now starting to have a disregard.
Kuniev landing the bigger strikes. There's a nice jab again. Jab pops him, his bad back, right? Right hand hits the guard.
And the threat that's coming back.
He's starting to find the timing. And Blaydes, we'll see. He's feinted a takedown in this second round, but he hasn't really chased one.
Another right straight and lands clean. And Kuniev, right? Blaydes eats it again.
In the second round, but he hasn't really chased one.
Right, eats that right straight.
Another right hand and
Another right hand.
from Kuniev.
Wobbles him. Still 2 minutes left in the round.
Curious. Curious what the totals are on this fight.
Strong hips.
And they're getting sweaty in there too. Get a little slippery, get a little harder to get a hold of them.
I haven't looked. I'll give you my prediction and then I'll go and see what the actual lines are. So, tries a single leg.
He's getting low for these takedowns.
Can't get it.
Back up to the upper body. This is what Kuniev wants to pull him up. Right here.
right, I wanted to see round 3 here. Takedown defense, 11 of 13, so that was the big story. But again, Kuniev has better striking than.
Really start to open up. Blaydes responds, lands a right.
Blaydes responds.
Momentum shifting. 30 seconds to go in round 2.
Momentum shifting, but Curtis Blaydes showing right there. He ain't done. He's still in this.
Yeah, Blaydes won round 1. Kuniev's going to win round 2.
Below the left eye of Blaydes as he just dodges another big swing for Kuniev. 10 to go in the round.
All right. So, here's the replays. 1-1-2. Straight 2. Yeah, you can see him fucking knock the shit out of that. Another right hand over the top. Blaydes has a chin, man.
Final round upcoming. Get the gambler's perspective by checking out UFC on the line exclusively on Fight Pass. Our Fight Pass, the next episode drops this Wednesday.
Round number 3. Watch leg kicks here from Blaydes. I think he throws 13 or 14 leg kicks here.
Head coach Curtis Blaydes saying we will go forward this final round. They want him to pressure.
Oh, inside kick. There's not a lot of damage. Inside kick.
Eats a big punishment round 2 from Rizvan Kuniev.
Curtis is going to go back to that jab. He's got a real fast
Right to the body. Yeah, there's an outside kick. There's not a lot of damage here, but inside kick. Inside kick. Yeah, Blaydes going. Now he's going kick heavy, but there's not a lot of pop behind them. Inside kick again.
First round, I believe, probably went to Curtis Blaydes. Second round, oh, nice timed knee there from Kuniev.
Blaydes on the retreat now. Kuniev with another 1-2.
He's on shaky legs here, but he's answering back.
Yeah, good right hand.
Man, Kuniev striking, looking sharp. He really started to turn it up here. That was perfect. Perfect timing on that right knee.
Nice jab from Blaydes. Right hand from Blaydes.
This is where he's going to go. He's either got to punch into a shot, fake a shot, throw a punch. There you see, just putting it in his head.
Yeah, that's good.
And the Kuniev fight, I feel like it was recent, huh?
He almost made it, but he can't wait. Yes, he waited.
Oh, it was June of last. Almost been a whole year since I've seen Blaydes. Oh, you just watched a nice right straight there from Blaydes. It's almost been a year. He's coming off of that injury. Okay. It's his double. Wow, he couldn't finish that takedown. He has his hands locked behind the butt. He has his hands locked here. Cannot finish the takedown here.
Ridiculous. He's trying to come around the back now here. Kuniev's going to fight these hands. Stay calm here in this situation.
This round was close. Again, it's probably 1-1 going into the third, right? So Blaydes doing a lot of damage. If he gets this takedown, it would have been completely different.
Blaydes is still chasing, perhaps a takedown.
This could have been a Blaydes win if he finished that takedown there.
Exactly. 100%. I'm watching the fence here. He's grabbing it.
Controlling, right? Control.
Kuniev breaks free. Final 90 seconds.
Kuniev needs a big shot. There's a 1-2 from Blaydes.
Kuniev landing some combination here.
He's going to look the kick maybe. Watch out for your white shirts. Yeah, nice.
Live see, it's pick 'em. It's 1-1. With Blaydes needing some more damage. If he got that takedown, he would have won. If Blaydes did a little bit more damage, this ended up being a split. Yeah, it's a very close fight. If Blaydes wins this fight, what do you think the odds are on this Hokit fight? Round 3 significant strikes, 30 to 15, double outlands in here. Blaydes lands to the body.
Step on the gas.
Trying to grab that neck.
Yeah, I see
grabs his takedown. Cannot get the takedown with him. Oh, nice dirty boxing here from Blaydes. Very close fight. Very close fight. Kuniev ends up winning a very close split decision. I think it was 29.
Let's find out.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Ben Cartlidge scores the contest. 29-28, Kuniev. Eric Cohen has it. 29-28, Blaydes. And Dale Ransom scores the contest. 29-28 for the winner.
True split decision.
Curtis Blaydes.
Oh, Blaydes won. I forgot Blaydes won. Oh, we did have Blaydes in that one. Huh. I thought Kuniev won that one. All right, let's get to a breakdown here. So, going down to our striking tendencies report. Right? I forgot to be Kuniev by split. We were on Blaydes in that one. Okay, so Curtis Blaydes versus Josh Hokit. Both guys technically wrestlers on paper. What happened? It's a comment. Comments are going nuts. What happened? I got banned from somewhere? All right, Curtis Blaydes, Josh Hokit, both guys wrestlers on paper. Josh Hokit, more decorated wrestler, D1, two-time All-American wrestler. Curtis Blaydes with a ton of experience in the UFC, though. I don't know. Everybody's going nuts in the comments there. So on paper, Josh Hokit looks like the more better wrestler on paper. The takedown defense of Blaydes not being great, right? He gave up 9 takedowns against Jailton Almeida, but this fight's going to be a little bit different here. And a couple of things that we noticed right away is that Josh Hokit hasn't had any resistance at all in any of his fights, right? He's been able to sort of just walk through guys, land here, right? Um, Lands 57 significant strikes, or lands 37 significant strikes here on Denzel Freeman. No knockdowns. He knocked down Max Gimenez twice. Doesn't throw any leg kicks. Good head strike accuracy, but the sample size is so small at 62%. Look at here. Significant strikes eaten. He's absorbed 3 significant strikes in his UFC career, right? He had 2 real fights, Dana White Contender Series not counting. So he's absorbed 3 significant strikes. If you count Dana White Contender Series, Josh Hokit defended striking. Oh, this one has here. He's absorbed 10 significant strikes in his UFC career, including Dana White Contender Series. So, it's hard. Suspended for policies on YouTube. Oh, maybe. Let me see. I guess you're not allowed to do that. Hold on. Let me go here. Let me just see. Yeah, normally we do it on Patreon so that I can be behind and stuff, but policy figure. Okay, we won't show any more tape here. How's that? I wasn't really sure if I could do this or not, but I wanted to do it. My Patreon was lagging, so I came over here and did it here. Again, said stream suspended for a month. Oh, okay. Yeah, what are you gonna do? You're getting some real good content here. We're watching tape again. What I tend to do is, again, I watch tape anyway, and I tell my guys, I just turn on the camera and then we watch tape together. We have the chat going, we talk about the fights, and we break down the fights together behind the Patreon. But again, it's free for members. You can click on the QR code there in the corner. I try to do this every Monday, where again we're watching tape, we're breaking down the fights. YouTube has obviously some copyright issues and stuff like that, so I can't do it on YouTube. I have to be able to do it on my platform. So head over to Patreon. I'll try to do it there more often. But I can't be doing it here because, again, it looks like YouTube's having some issues and stuff with it. So, so this again, Curtis Blaydes, Josh Hokit. I think there's a couple of unknowns here from the Josh Hokit side. One, we've seen him not really like low kicks too much, right? We've seen those 2 low kicks on Contender Series where he was starting to limp against what's his name there. He ate 2 and he was starting to not really take them too well. Another one, we haven't seen Hokit absorb any actual significant strikes, right? He's only eaten 3 on UFC career, 10 over his career plus Dana White Contender Series. We don't even know if he can actually take a punch or not, right? 3, we don't know if he can go 3 rounds with that type of pace. We are assuming, based on what we've seen, that he hasn't really slowed down, but the 3 fights that we saw in the UFC plus the 2 LFA fights, he really didn't see any kind of resistance, right? It's easy not to gas when you're laying on the guy and you're punching him out on the top and stuff like that, right? We did see him struggle a little bit on Contender Series, keeping the takedowns, right? His opponent there going into the second round, defending all those takedowns. And we saw Freeman get up a couple of times in round number 1 as well, struggling with the takedowns. We also saw Jailton Almeida not struggle with the takedowns, but struggle with the control and doing any real damage on Curtis Blaydes there, right? So round number 1 is going to be interesting. If you had to pick between the 2, Hokit or Blaydes, who shoots the takedown first? My assumption is they're going to be Josh Hokit shoots the takedown first, okay? Now, he's going to get into the hips. He's going to try to get to the double legs. Blaydes does look like he has a decent sprawl, and he's going to get backed up onto the fence. I think he's going to use the fence to help him with his takedown defense, those long legs. DC says at every event, saying that, guys are getting so good at defending the double leg now because they can just sprawl on the fence. It's going to be hard for Josh Hokit to get these takedowns. So, one, if he can get takedowns, great. He's going to get him down. But I think, the way that Curtis Blaydes gets back up is that he rolls, he goes on all fours, goes turtle, stands back up, gets back up to his feet. We saw Josh Hokit keep that body lock and keep staying on the back and then try to drag him down, right? You can see him like pushing off the fence, trying to get him back into the center of the cage, just trying to just wear him down and drag him down. I believe that if as soon as Josh Hokit lets go of that body lock that we saw Jailton Almeida stay onto, Curtis Blaydes is going to stand right back up and get back up, right? So Josh Hokit is not going to be able to get much damage off in those positions. If he does try to get damage up, Curtis Blaydes is going to stand back up. Okay, now it's going to be rinse and repeat. Can Josh Hokit get that same takedown again? Get to the same position, get him down again? Maybe. Maybe he can land 5, 6, 7 takedowns, but is he going to do enough damage on the back? I don't believe that he's going to do enough damage. I don't know if Blaydes is going to get flattened out flat on his back. We haven't really seen it. Blaydes flat on his back, eating ground and pound and stuff like that. Uh, I think that he would just, if he got flattened out, he would just roll over to his back, get the knees, get on all fours, and stand back up. We saw Josh Hokit really struggle with that position, not really able to get both hooks in. And we even saw Jailton Almeida struggle with the same position. Even if you do get both hooks in, Curtis Blaydes simply stands back up. Good luck trying to keep both hooks in while standing. Jailton Almeida had to jump off 2 times in order to get back because you're not going to keep the hooks if Blaydes is standing up. So, that means that I do think that the majority, maybe round one, there's going to be a lot of up and downs, a lot of grappling, a lot of like defending takedowns, things like that. But into rounds 2 and 3, I think if Hokit really struggles with the takedowns, I think he's going to have to abandon the takedowns, like we saw in the Freeman fight, we saw it in the Dana White Contender Series fight, and then Hokit comes out really aggressive, really wild with his striking. He's throwing wild strikes back and forth, right? We haven't seen. He's really wild on the feet. Blaydes has a really nice tight jab. We've seen him eat some big shots from Kuniev there and not get rocked or not get wobbled at all. So can Hokit really put Blaydes out on the feet by like his wild striking? I don't really know. Whereas on the flip side, we know that Blaydes can strike. We know that he can take a big shot. We know that he has cardio for 5 rounds to grapple for 5 rounds. And we know that he's hard to hold down, if anything. I think that Blaydes has the better striking on the feet. I think he has a better jab. I think the durability is probably equal. We just don't know on the Hokit side. The cardio is probably okay for both guys in a 3-round fight. It's going to be questionable what it looks like into the 3rd round. The leg kicks is also unknown. So there's a lot of unknowns here. I don't know if you can be super confident on the Hokit side, thinking that Hokit's just going to take Blaydes down and just maul him like he has previously. You cannot compare Curtis Blaydes to Denzel Freeman or Max Jimenez or Guillermo Ural Silva Costa. Like you cannot. Blaydes has been an all-time top 5 heavyweight for the longest time, and now Hokit is taking a huge step up in competition, fighting Curtis Blaydes, right? And take a look at who Curtis Blaydes has lost to, right? He's losing to the top of the top. Right, he loses to Tom Aspinall and gets knocked out. Okay, he loses to Sergey Pavlovich, who has just nuclear hands as well. Loses to Derek Lewis, who has the all-time heavyweight record. Even that fight, he was winning up until that point. Loses to Francis Ngannou and loses to Francis Ngannou. Like those are like some of the heavy hitters, the top 5 heavy hitters of heavyweight all time. And then in between there, he's beating guys. Junior Dos Santos, Alexander Volkov, Rosenstruck. These guys are decent strikers and stuff, right? Whereas on the Hokit side, I don't think you can compare at all the strength of schedule, the strength of competition and stuff. So I think you're taking a lot of assumptions here on the Hokit side, thinking that Hokit can just continue to do what he's doing here. I don't think I can make that assumption here. I do favor Blaydes just because I think that he has the style to negate everything that Hokit is good at. And I don't know if Hokit can strike. I don't know if Hokit can take a punch. I don't know, all of these other things that Hokit can do. We know that he wants to grapple, and I know that he won't be able to do that very well here. I would be very surprised if Hokit just mauls Curtis Blaydes on the ground, gets him down, hammer fists, and finishes by round 1 ground and pound. I haven't seen it. It's possible, but I think this goes into the later rounds. I think it's going to be more striking than anything. I think the damage on the feet is going to win these rounds versus the takedowns, and I kind of favor Blaydes in those type of fights here. So if I'm making a pick, I'm going to pick Blaydes. I think, again, if Blaydes wins, it's defending takedowns, it's being the better striker, jamming at range, maybe leg kicks, just being the overall better mixed martial artist. If Hokit wins, it's through grappling, it's through multiple takedowns, it's through top time control, things like that. It's through ground and pound, things like that. But as soon as it gets back up, Blaydes can easily steal those rounds back again because he's grappling there. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to favor Blaydes here. I'm curious to see what the total is. My assumption, I would assume that if I was setting the lines, I'd probably have to set it like 1.5 juice to the over. But it still might not prevent me from taking this. So let's go over to the lines here. I'm curious to see what the lines are. Without looking here, I would assume the most likely outcome here is, I want to say Blaydes decision. I want to say goes to decision is like probably plus 120, plus 130 in that range. Oh, yeah, see, it is over 1.5 juice to the over. Pretty good at setting the lines. Hokit KO, Blaydes points, Blaydes KO, Hokit points. Surprised by this, to be honest. I think they are overrating Josh Hokit's KO at plus 200 being the most likely outcome. I don't think that's the case because how is he getting the KO? It has to be through ground and pound. If he's getting to the back, he's not going to really KO him from the back. It would have to be to mount. And have you seen anybody mount Curtis Blaydes and ground and pound him? I've never seen it. I don't think it's that likely. I think if Josh Hokit wins, it's probably by decision. I think if Curtis Blaydes wins, it's also probably by decision or maybe a late finish there, depending on the cardio there. But definitely some interesting lines. I think that we're getting some recency bias here. I think that we're getting a lot of assumptions here. I know what you're getting with Curtis Blaydes. I don't really know what we're getting with Josh Hokit. So yeah, we'll be making some plays after this. I'll post all of my plays over to Patreon. I see that somebody had asked that in the chat there. Will the Patreon, will you be posting bets from the stream on Patreon only still? Yes. All of the bets, everything that we play, as soon as I play them, it gets posted over to Patreon. And then as soon as the gets posted, I also update the tracker with them as well. So again, everything is tracked as soon as I play them. I bet on what book we got it down, what type of it, the odds that we got, the unit size, all that stuff we track here. We post this tracker Wednesdays, Sundays, Fridays, Saturdays, all throughout the week. So you can verify it by going back, seeing what we played, all that stuff. So everything is posted, every single bet there. So again, we have good volume, different types of bets. We play money lines, totals, everything like that. So you can join for free. Again, I try to do these tape studies more on Mondays. On Thursdays, I do like a best bet series where I go through these odds just like on Bet Online or DraftKings. I tell you what the best bets are. I try to find the best bets, all that stuff, and then go from there. So still got a lot of time. I'm worried with this YouTube thing. I was going to do a lot more tape here. I wanted to get into the Coleman event there as well, the Mirzakhanov Paulo Costa fight. I don't know if I can get to it. I'm a little scared about losing all these copyright strikes and stuff like that. I do have to figure out the Patreon because again, we do it more over there because there's no real issue about copyright and stuff, right? So unless I get rid of YouTube and all that stuff, so yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll post everything over there. Don't worry. I'll get over there. And again, I'm trying to get the stream up and running, and then we can go back to streaming over there. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried about doing another takedown taping. I will stay up myself and continue to tape the Azamat fight, Paulo Costa. My lean is Azamat, but we'll find some creative ways. We've already taped a couple of the undercards there as well, the Ribovics Gamrot fight and the Godinez Suarez fight. We had a pretty good read on how those are going to go, but we'll find some additional spots, some pretty good betting spots. The biggest favorite being Aaron Pico on the fight. Otherwise, a lot of close favorites or a lot of close fights, and it's a good pay-per-view. So I think there's some good real betting spots. I'm going to look through the odds because I saw Bet Online release some props there, and so I'll post some plays over there shortly. So again, thanks for hanging out, boys. Again, I'm going to shut down the stream here, and then I'll see if I can move over to Patreon and do this over there. But again, check it out. My name is Art C. Thanks for watching. Well, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this type of content, make sure you smash that like button. Hit the subscribe. You get notified anytime we put out new content. Remember, for 2025, Fighting Stats is on an app.